Hello, everyone. Due to some technical issues, we couldn't see you all at 6 p.m. But here we are. You're watching MeTV's latest show, The Candidates. We have had the pleasure of providing a platform to some amazing candidates contesting in the local council elections this year. They put forth their plans and strategies to improve the neighborhood. On that note, this episode will feature two candidates who hail from the real estate sector. Firstly, we will be meeting Mr. Sachin Khera, standing for Harrison Ward. And all the audience who are tuning in and watching the show, remember, your voice will be heard in the show. This is your chance to question the candidates on their strategies. Simply type down your questions in the comment section below. And let's first have Mr. Sachin Khera on the show.
Hi guys, how are you? Hello.
Hello, hi, how are you doing?
Good, thank you, Mansa. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Sachin. So, talk me through as to how has your campaigning been going on? What has been going on? Because COVID has certainly put us all in a difficult spot. What have you been doing? How are you coping up?
I know it's very, very hard because of COVID-19, and we need to make sure that we're not doing anything which is not as per the guidelines. But thankful to the government, like they allow us to do the letter drops. We are very much focused on the Facebook campaign. And I'm fortunate enough that I have so many volunteer friends and family who are actually helping me a lot to making my campaign successful. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, this month is quite important because it is the election month. How do you feel? Are you nervous at all?
Not at all, to be honest with you. As you know, I'm in real estate for the past 6 years. It was a good learning experience, I must say. I think I'm making a few mistakes, which I think needs to be done on the. You need to set up your priority, I reckon. But it's giving me a vision for next 4 years, what I'm aiming for next 4 years, what I need to do next time. It's more about learning curve, I say. Yeah, nothing else. Yeah,
Yeah.
nervousness. It's nothing to nervous about. Like if someone needs to ask something, it's pretty much clear. Yeah, we're not doing something wrong. Everything's on the paper. I'm not like the person who pop up straight away just for the elections. I'm in the
True.
market past 7 years, especially I'm available socially, publicly. Kind of, I don't have a private life. It's more public. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So from real estate and into elections, how did this transition happen? Where did you find this motivation?
Okay, I'll tell you a small story. 4 years back, when I actually started my career in the real estate, um, I was then I saw so many candidates are fighting for election campaign. Then I thought I'll need to see what exactly these people do. Then I'll just Google the council website. What are the responsibilities of council? What they can actually change or bring something positive towards the community. But I'll like to say, I'm in dealing with people every single day. For me, the area we're living in is the west part of Melbourne, where you can see a growing family, young families, hardworking families, mostly are the first term buyers. They always have an issue. What should we do? This, how we get into touch with the council, who cut the grass, who maintain the parks, how we can apply for more schools. But I'm like, yeah, and they've been telling me I've been working in this area for past 6 years, like
Hmm.
almost 5 years. And I thought, like, let me try to help those people who's actually having a complaint. And your counselor needs to be a public servant. You need to be approachable with people. They can come and talk to you anytime.
True,
And
yeah.
the area we're living in, it's like we all mixed community here. It's a very good demographic, like Asian people, we have Indians, we have Pakistanis. Now we all call it Australia as a home. But
Yeah.
sometimes their language is easy to communicate and talk to them, what sort of problems they have. And I thought, like, I'll give it a shot and see how we go. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's good. That's amazing. And in terms of campaigning itself, how have you been, sort of effectively reaching out to all the voters? Because considering COVID, how have you been strategizing your campaign?
See, mostly what I did in this COVID-19, I actually started doing lots of letter drops, which is, I think, effective way of communicating with you. You can't do door knocks and say, hi, my name is Sachin. We're not allowed to go in public areas like shopping centers or bus stops, train stations. So, or is social, the social media is always a powerful tool. We're sharing our views on Facebook, Instagram. Mostly the letter drops. Yeah, yeah. I'll show you. Actually, I got a very nice here. If
Yeah,
you want to
please. Yeah, yeah, please.
have a look, this one. So this is going in,
Oh,
and that also have a how to vote card.
oh,
Um,
wonderful. Yep.
actually, which candidates I'm preferring to. I'm pretty open and honest with my policies. So because, well, this is when this starts. I was new. I don't even know what to do, how to approach. I think I talked to almost 10, 15 candidates, and I had a chat with them. Some people have the same policies like I want you to do. So we start supporting them. If you not make it, at least someone else gonna do something for you.
Oh, that's amazing. So, you said that you spoke to like many candidates and everything, right? So, obviously, like being from, let's say, really like real estate kind of thing, and then familiarizing yourself with like political aspects of the elections. How did you go about that?
See, some candidates are pretty open. But it's a politics at the end of the day. You ask them what sort of. It's more to know someone. Like for example, if I'm not getting elected, so at least I'll make sure all my voters, all my votes are going to the right person. Who actually, if
Hmm.
I'm not, if he, for example, if I'm helping someone, I'll make sure his policies, his mindsets are quite similar to mine as well. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
they are.
that makes.
They wanted to work in a community. They wanted to help, and yeah, wanted to support them. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, rightly said. So, Sachin, if you can sort of list out some of the qualifications that you hold, like now we're aware that you are into real estate, like full on. But besides that, what other qualifications do you hold that makes you an able candidate?
Well, I see. I'm from India. I'm from Delhi. I finished my bachelor's from Delhi University. Then I came here to do my master's. I graduated from Deakin University in Burwood. Done my master's in commerce.
Oh,
Also,
sorry to interrupt. Did you say Deacon?
yeah, Deakin. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
well, we're from the same university. I just graduated too.
Okay, okay. Actually, I got interviewed from Deakin the other day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, about the sustainable housing in West Par. What should the government can do? Because they know I'm running for the Canada elections. I'm always a part of the Deakin. I love Deakin. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that's amazing.
and I actually I did my what's a graduation ceremony in Geelong campus. Yeah,
That happened this year in Feb.
mine was no, mine
Oh,
was like when I
yeah.
think maybe 6 years, 7, 8, 9 years I graduated from Deakin. Yeah. So I finished
That's
my
amazing.
I did my specialization in law, marketing, and accounting, and then I finished my another degree called postgrad diploma in international business from the yeah,
So
and then
has like sorry, so has community affairs and current affairs or like standing up for what is right and wrong always been something that you associated yourself with?
always when I was in Deakin, I used to do you have a program, you're helping new students to settle down in universities. Then you can show them around, you show them how to use in the system and technology in Australia. You we all students that come from all international students come from all over the place.
True.
Always a part of the helping group, even in Deakin as well. And then I decided to finish. Once I finished my degree, I actually worked in a few corporate sectors as well. My basic, like trans-urban. I worked in census. I worked in Dun and Bradstreet. I
Okay.
worked up this. So it's kind of a long journey for me as well. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, Sachin, now let's talk a bit about some of the key actions that you're going to focus on if you were to become the counselor for your ward. What are some of the key issues that you wish to adhere to first?
See, I live in Point Cook myself, but I worked in a Truganina and Hoppers Crossing a lot. Which being a Point Cook resident, we have some sort of a major problem with the traffic and safety and security of the residents. There is lack of CCTV cameras there. You go in bus stop. When I was just like migrated to from east to west, I used to live in Baldwin. I don't have a car, so I used to catch a public transport to go to work and to wait for the bus. And there is no bus shelters. If it's a rainy day, a hot day, where are you gonna stand? Does that make
True.
sense? There's
Yeah.
always why every bus stop don't have a shelter. How we can improve our infrastructure in terms of more bus services. In the nighttime, there is no cameras. Is There are few dark spots where the people get scared to go into it. You're not going to believe a very long message 3 days back. I'm happy to share. He's having a trouble. He's just going for a walk in the park, and it was very dark. And then someone had a like bit of argument, and because of there's no cameras there, people don't feel secure. I reckon I will be doing pretty much going into the advocacy of having a more CCTV cameras, more police patrol in Point Cook. We don't have a police station. It's coming up, but it's not operational yet. I
Oh,
think the
okay.
state government already allocated the site for this police station, but it's not up and running yet. Yeah. So it's my if I get elected, I'll make sure it will be up and running as soon as possible.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, also, like we were discussing before, COVID has definitely changed our new idea of normal today. Like, we have to go outside wearing masks and a lot of things, and it has definitely impacted the economy. So,
Yes.
obviously, you will be in the local council elections if you get elected, but what would some of your strategies be in terms of improving your neighborhood's economy itself, do you think, post pandemic?
You use the word local, so you have to go local, buy local, support local. That's what I've actually have a strategy to use it. You need to promote local businesses. Council have the power to boost up some sort of a cash flow of the local. So I will be fighting for some sort of a grant relief for the local businesses. When you say local, even I was thinking to go and talk to the schools. Um, they have internship programs. You'll support local businesses. I'm a business person. I have 3 branches in West. We have almost 40 people are working with me. I never say they are for me. I always say they're working with me. So if you encourage the local youth to come and help the community, if you're giving a person who's live locally a job, they are supporting the economy. I'm in Wyndham Village Shopping Center. We always go and shop local. We always, if you would have a small function ceremony, book a local function rooms, promote
Yeah,
local business, support them. Yeah. So I will
that's
be doing sort of advocacy. Say it's council always have a budget for the local business for the cash flow. If you
true.
give them a cash boost up, it's gonna help. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, if you may speak in detail as to why do you think the Harrison Ward would choose to vote for you? What makes you truly stand out?
Yeah, I've been and see, I try to work as much as possible in real estate. I've been talking to dealing with people. I'm a people person. I love talking off camera. I don't like. I'm like a bit of camera shy person. But when it comes to dealing with people, see, I've been dealing with almost 100 to 200 people every day. I'll solve their problems. If
Yeah,
you trust me to sell your house, you trust me to be your counselor as well. I'm not
yeah,
getting. I'm getting paid by council. It's more community work. It's more transparent. It's more public service. And my background and even my wife is a government teacher. So we
Mhm.
both want to do something for the community, and this is a good platform for being a counselor, help the community, help the local businesses. Yeah.
True. So, Sachin, as you know, MeTV's intention is also to get the audience to sort of interact with the candidates who are, contesting for the election. So, we kind of got a question in the comment section. I'll
Yeah.
just read it out to you.
Sure.
So, the question states, what will be the practical way to achieve local produce or products for Coles or Indian groceries, you think?
See, it's the same thing when you see local produce. We have a farmers there. We should support farmers market.
Yeah.
So you can direct buy, so the vegetables, fruit, food from the local farmers. If you go to Werribee South, they have a big farms area over there. It's still underdeveloped, and it comes in Wyndham Council is the fastest growing council, I reckon. When I say Indian groceries, so I can see there is a Indian groceries all over the cold shelf as well. They're promoting a cold. See, sometimes coals open until the late time. If I want to buy something, I'm an Indian guy. I might go to. We have a various options available in
Yeah.
coals, in grocery shops. But if you start promoting local businesses, start having promotions, then it's more how you interact with people and how you promote a local businesses in the market.
Yeah.
They should if I'm elected as a counselor, I was thinking at least 6 months. Let's talk to the local businesses, how we can help them, what sort of problems they're having on day-to-day basis. There's so many ways you can help them. See, I'm going to be new to the council. I've never been our. a councillor person or never be politically involved in some sort of a political party. Once you've been elected, so you can have a find the ways to help them.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Sachin, do you think like a lack of like a political background or any reliable connection might be a bit of a trouble for you if you do get elected?
No, I don't think so. It's all about the local knowledge. It's all about the local people you trust you or not. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not the person who actually pop up somewhere and say I want to be a fight in the elections.
Yeah,
We've been helping local schools as well sometimes day to day basis. You know the fest. You know we have some sort of Windham festivals like Diwali festival. Uh, it's more how you connect with people.
yeah,
If you go in Google and you search my name, you can find 200 reviews. These reviews are not from today. This has been for last 5 years.
yeah.
So I'm
So
doing
it's
something.
like you've grown slowly. Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm doing something positive towards the community. It's not from that day one. I just decide overnight that I want to be a part of the politics. I want to be a councillor. No, no.
hmm.
That's something. There's some of the candidates are very well deserving, and I can say
Yeah.
they work hard for the community. And that's what I'm saying. If I win or lose, for me, for next 4 years, I know what I need to do. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, another question from the comments, if you don't mind. What are the challenging initiatives for the council starting next term, you think? Top three challenging initiatives.
See, I reckon when you become a counselor, I reckon because of COVID-19, the way we work is completely changed.
Hmm.
COVID-19 highly impacted the economy all over the world. It's not in Australia. So our first challenge is to make sure we bring the economy back on track. And how are
Hmm.
we going to do it? Support local, buy local, hire
Yeah.
local people. Right. Secondly, in it's some people are the young families they've been interacting with the council rates you have to pay regardless. There are some council in Melbourne who actually reduce the council rate cut by up to 10%. So you need to do let's say a bit of rate cuts for the people for the Wyndham Council. So it will help them to de-stress their COVID-19 thing. There are few other ways how you arrange more employment for the local people. Support. That's what I'm saying. As long as supporting the local businesses, that solve a lot of problems. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have been staying in the Harrison ward, like a Wyndham has been your home for a long time now, right? How
7 years.
do you think? Sorry, how
Almost
many
8 years
years?
actually. Yeah.
8 years. Okay.
Eight.
Okay. That's amazing. So you've seen like the elections before and the elections now. What do you think are some of the changes that went through? Like changes for the better or worse? What do you think are some of the better things that happened?
Better things. COVID-19 is not a better at all. To be honest with you. See the worst changes actually. You're not getting a chance to interact with people.
Hmm.
If there is no COVID-19, last elections, I remember I was actually coming from my job and I saw that people are standing outside the train stations.
Hmm.
Uh, and they actually go and interact. People came to my office, they interact you as well. They When you actually face-to-face meeting is always the best way to communicate with people. You can
Yeah.
see how they're reacting. Excuse me, how they're reacting, what sort of policies they have, what sort of vision they have.
Yeah.
It's
True.
when you talk to someone, it's more I think effective way of communication instead of talking over the phone or making your own videos. I'm happy to say whatever I want, but when you have a platform, you actually go and talk to someone person to person. This is the right way for communicating. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah. True. Rightly said. So on that note, if you can also state your thoughts on the preferential system, that would be
Well,
nice.
I think this is the best way. Uh, I'm actually made a small creative. As I saw some candidates are saying we don't believe in preference.
Yes.
How are you gonna do the teamwork if you don't believe in preference? Council is it's not a one-person show in council.
Hmm.
You
Hmm,
have
hmm.
12 or 13 councillors, then you have a mayor, right? You're talking to every single person. If you need to pass the motion, anything in the council needs to be gone on the voting system as well.
Hmm.
If
True.
let's say if I'm getting 1,000 votes, I'll make sure if the second person is the same policy, my votes goes to him. If I'm the voter and I say, hey, I like Sachin, I put number one to Sachin, and I don't put any other candidate a preference, how the thing's going to work? It's not
Yeah.
like one, two, three people can. contesting for a election is 38 candidates.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a huge number.
yeah.
Have
I
you seen?
was actually gonna.
Have you seen the
Sorry,
ballot?
sorry. Go on. Go on.
Have you
Go
seen,
on.
you haven't seen it or no?
Yes, I've seen that there are 38 candidates. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I got mine yesterday. I'll show you. I'm actually filling up
Yes,
mine.
please,
Uh,
please.
one second, one second. I'll show you to you. This is
Sure,
my
sure.
look at the candidates from 1 to 38. It's very very hard. Like you need to tell your family, your friends, who's believing you, why they vote for you first. Okay, then
Yeah,
why they vote for the second person, third person, fourth person. I
true.
think up till 10 candidates, I think you have a justification. That's why I told you in the start of the interview. I had a chance to speak to like 10, 15 people, and
Hmm.
and they have pretty much same policies. Yeah,
Yeah,
and they,
that's good.
yeah, preferential system should be there. I think it's a good way of voting. I think. Yeah, I know it's 38. It's a big number. It's hard to
Yeah.
justify all of 38 candidates, but still, yeah.
And on that note, there are a lot of South Asians who are contesting in the Harrison ward, right? How does that make you feel?
We community is getting stronger. We're in the west part of the Melbourne. It's west is always the demographic. You see, we got Australians, Indians. Like now we all Australians.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but like South Asian, yeah, everybody's. I think have a chance to say everybody wanted. If most of the candidates are coming up because their friends and family promoting them. Couple of them,
Mhm.
the president of the association. A couple of people are working for the community for a long, long time. This is a good part, good way to say, yeah. But
But
of
do you also think that if there are many people from one particular, let's say, culture, that might also bring a division in the votes?
that's why we have provincial system. The strongest candidate get one, and you can get two, three, four, five, six. It's easy, yeah.
True, true. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And they
So
bring the together. Yeah, everybody have a right to say this, and everybody have a right to file the nomination paper. Yeah.
true. And Sachin, like in the Victorian government itself, like the concept of like dummy candidates has been bit of an issue. Like there have been people talking about it. What's your stance? Have you had the a chance of interacting with like dummy candidates who rather have like not a single perspective?
See, I don't know. It's there's some of them candidate they don't answer the phone calls. You can't say they're dummy candidates. Um,
Hmm.
I think the people of Harrison Ward they can actually go and have a look. They go drive through on the roads. They can see the posters. If someone is working hard on it,
Yeah.
uh, then dummy candidates. I don't even actually get what that actually means, what it stands for. Because if I'm a dummy candidate and I can't transfer my votes to you, does that make sense?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It
It's
makes
vote,
sense.
it's the voters who give the preferential system.
Hmm. True,
It's up
true.
number one to myself, number two to you, or number three to anyone. How
Hmm.
they help someone else?
Yeah, yeah, rightly said. Yeah. So, also, Sachin, if you can sort of elaborate on your vision of how you want your war to look like right now and post pandemic, what would you say?
Post pandemic, first we need to again. It's all about your local people to support. We have Harrison. We're
Hmm.
talking about. We're talking about the businesses who are in Wyndham City Council. We're
Yeah.
talking problems which we're gonna face after that.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
How you economy? Once the economy on back on track, we all happy and happy days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say go hard, go home, and work harder as much as possible. Support the economy, support the local businesses. I think the government needs to come up with some sort of initiative scheme, like for the real estate businesses, construction industry, development parts, local produce. How you going to help creating more jobs for the students? Pretty much, yeah, yeah.
Oh, about that, my next question was about the job opportunities. How do you reckon, like, what are some of the strategies you would probably implement to generate better employment opportunities?
I reckon it's all about the businesses. The jobs come from the businesses, and the allocate. I heard some news a few days back that Qantas is thinking to open a big plant in Werribee. If and they talking all the councils, I reckon. I'm not 100% sure, so don't go on my words because
Yeah.
top of my head, I just listened that they're thinking to having the big some I think some plant or just give me one second. I'll lose the what do you call it? Something with the Qantas thing. They put offices or they try to have their headquarters. Yes, headquarters. Sorry, yeah, headquarters
Yeah,
um, in Werribee, which is the best part. If that happens, it's going to create so many jobs for the Wyndham people. Yeah, and also the Avalon Airport. There needs to be do a bit of development side over there as well.
true.
People
Yeah,
are going to live close to the Avalon, like Geelong or Werribee or in Wyndham Council. They're going to have more job opportunities available. Yeah.
true.
When we say
So
create job opportunities, you need to bring the businesses to come and invest in Wyndham. You need to have some more big MNC, big companies to come and have their headquarters like one is thinking, and the council needs to support them in some way.
yeah, I agree. Yeah. So, Sachin, before I wrap up, I wanted to actually understand one thing that you sort of learned about you throughout all this, process of campaigning, reaching out to people. Besides COVID itself, COVID has probably made us all like social media gurus at this point. But
True, yeah, absolutely true. Yeah.
yeah, so what have you learned actually about yourself itself?
See, I reckon it's not an easy job being a counselor. When we used to name game, oh, this council not doing anything. It's a huge council. It's a huge.
Yeah,
Uh, voters we have, I think, in even only in Harrison Ward, I think it's close to 60,000 voters we have who are actually registered with council, and their problems with four councillors. I think they have to increase the number to start with. Instead of having a four, they might have six, seven, or maybe eight councillors where you can accommodate the council, all voters as well. Uh, Learning experience was actually great because, and I actually see when people actually call you, they can reach to you. I'm getting like so many messages on Facebook. What do you think? How you can help us? Because every small segment have a problem. Like
true.
some today we have a problem with the illegal dumping.
Oh, yeah.
Some we have a small rubbish bins in parks. Um, have you go to park with your kids? What do we do? Then I realized myself, I'm always on my phone because my
Hmm.
kids have nothing to do there.
Yeah,
Well, actually, I put one of my policy if I get elected to put adult exercise equipments in the parks. If I have something to do, I can do. My kids can play, and I can do some exercise as well. Um,
true.
bigger rubbish, illegal dumping is the biggest problem we have. And when
Yeah.
I go and to people in the parks itself, the learning which I was getting if I'm a tenant. One of the guys is Sachin, I'm a tenant here. I never get a tipping voucher. The
Hmm.
owner of my property lives in Sydney. The council
Yeah.
rate said, he said, I never get it. What if
Hmm.
the council going to start giving a couple of tipping vouchers to the tenants? It's going to reduce or eliminate the whole, what do you call it, illegal dumping in the area. Because we have
True.
so many houses coming up, they're all investments property, people, first term buyers, they're moving in. And most of the people living in West are the hardworking couples, hardworking young families, people living there. And we have so much investment properties here as well, so many investment property in the West, in the Wyndham Council. And they don't have a place to dump the rubbish anyway. So I
Yeah.
think that's you can see so many illegal dumping happening all the time.
True. True.
Bigger rubbish bins, tip vouchers twice a year, or maybe even three times a year. Being as an owner, I'm paying the rates, but they're paying the rents as well.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Also have the same kind of a right to get some sort of a tipping vouchers. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is just my view. It's not like I'm
Okay.
saying it to the council now you have to have it.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. When I actually start my campaign, and when you go and talk to people over the phone, they tell you what their problem they have. They're
Hmm.
reaching
Hmm.
out. We don't have a bike, the bike grounds, dog areas, dog parks, where the dogs can go and play. There's so many things which we lack. Schools
True.
are not there. We don't have a secondary schools in West. We only
Hmm.
have two. Third school is proposed but not up and running yet. Where the kids gonna go for studies?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the main thing. And the way the population is growing in West. The infrastructure is way behind compared to the development in this area.
True. Yeah, yeah, rightly said actually. So you think maybe bigger bins would probably be an end to this illegal dumping itself?
It's
What?
not
What?
an end. At least we need to start solving something.
Yeah.
It's a you need to take. Right. If I let's say if I got 100 kilo weight, if I want to start reducing my weight, it starts from 100 to 99. I won't
Mm-hmm.
go for 60. So it's a process you need to follow. The
True. Yeah.
process is everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You need to go with the numbers. Okay, first, bigger rubbish bins. What sort of response we're getting from the tenants? When we're gonna start giving them ice, is actually reducing or not? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
50, maybe 50% no, but we try to solve the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to,
True.
if there's a problem, there is a solution. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'm learning. Like it's my first time. I don't have a political background. It's
Mm-hmm.
more. I'm a people person. I know that, but it's more. Here is the whole council need to solve the problem with. You are accountable for your actions. It needs to
Yeah.
be more accountable governance, which people can go in and talk to you. Yeah. We need
And
to make. There's lot there. There's some area there is no trees. It
hmm.
comes in the council start planting the trees. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, Sachin. So, any closing statement that you would like to sort of tell so that it can reach out to your voters as well?
See, I was to start with the first time I'm giving an interview like this, so I was a little bit nervous. So don't do everything on like which I said. It's just, elect vote your use your vote wisely.
Hmm.
It's have a power to change. If you think what I'm telling you it makes difference for the betterment of Wyndham Council, let's do it. No problem. Vote
Yeah.
one, vote one, and vote one for such.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Sachin. Honestly, it was really delightful to have a conversation with you.
Just a quick one. I'm happy to give my number out to everyone. If someone wants to
Yes,
give me a
please.
call, have some sort of open-ended conversation, come and have a with me. My number is 0433 at gmail.com. So if you
Thank
have
you.
any issues, please feel free to give me a call. Um, yeah, there was a slogan back in India we used to use with you, for you, always, Sachin.
Oh, sincere apologies to everyone who's watching. The Wi-Fi can be a bit of an issue. The network issues are always going to be there when it's an online interview. But it was truly, once again, Sachin, it was really amazing having a chat with you. You're very open about things, and I wish you all the luck from my side, honestly.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time and have a nice day. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
always. Bye bye.